to the rain, so that no one can see my tears. So who's moya when daughter salalene, who's moya yes a children who's moya daughter salalene, who's the moya goes a
She lived and breathed music. She loved being on stage. In fact, her last performance was on Sunday, where she honored the late jazz bassist Lulama Gaulana at the Guild Theatre. That's renowned jazz artist Gloria Bosman, who died yesterday after a very short illness. She was just 50 years old. To help us pay tribute to this powerhouse, we are joined on Zoom by guitarist, author and composer Billy Monama. Billy, thank you so much for talking to us this morning and for your time.
Yes, thank you so much. It's an honor, and we are mourning, for the loss, of our, colleague.
Yeah, it certainly is, and just looking back at her performing here on set at Morning Live, I mean, that was not long ago, that was very recently, and it's just so hard to believe that we're talking about such an incredible artist in past tense. How long did you know Gloria? Talk to us about how you knew her and what she was like.
I've known her over, now I can say 2 decades, and indeed, when you say that, no one, actually, we didn't even know that today we'll be paying tribute. He didn't have any, signs of being sick. She was always full of energy, and when Gloria was in the room, you wouldn't miss her. You will know that she was around by the spirit and her energy. She used to make so much jokes and tease people around. So yeah, I've known her for some time, and I want to say condolences to the family. I know that she loved her family so much, and she grew around household with boys as siblings, and that is why her character was so much strong, and she was the strongest human being that I never thought that today we will be paying tribute to her.
It really is so hard, because you look at her performing on Sunday. She was performing on Sunday. She seemed fine. I mean, you look at some of the
Absolutely.
clips. It's hard to believe she left. I think she was in East London and came back to Joburg, and then Tuesday.
Yes.
We're just mourning her.
Absolutely. Look, the country has lost the fourth generation of leading voice of African jazz. We lost a legend, and every time, because I've known her, I met her when I was young, and at that time he just lost his guitar player, Zoile Pakele. And he used to say to me, hey, Billy, I'm not ready to play with another guitar player, because there was so much closer with Zolile, and that's when I started learning the interpretation of the guitar player that used to work with her, and then when finally we worked together, he said to me, you see, if you didn't practice, you were not going to be working with me. Now you are fit and ready. And we used to talk, time to time, because, she started playing a guitar later. I mean, earlier on, you can see now she plays guitar. And, we'll talk every day, about the guitar, and yesterday, actually, I sent her a message asking her that, her new album, I can't find it on the other platform that I can mention here on television. And little I did not know that the response, it will be, her demise.
Oh, that's devastating. I mean, I'm reading an interview here. It's actually from the Daily Dispatch, and they had done an interview with Gloria. I think it was on Sunday going into Monday, and she actually had said to the journalist that was writing the story, I'm not feeling great. I'm a bit short of breath, but let's not talk. Let's do the interview over WhatsApp. And she continued the interview, just sending in the answers, and this is what she had said. These are kind of her final words, pretty much so saying that the question was, what is the best advice you can give to new artists? Her answer was, one should never forget what made them decide to be a musician. Remember to remain true to your work and not be swayed by trends. Isn't that beautiful as a legacy to leave behind?
Yes, last year in November, I was privileged that I was on the panel where she was also, conducting the workshop. So I was also in the panel, and I remember the other advice that she gave the attendees. It was that don't try to sound like someone. Be your own self. At Home Affairs, there's only one identity. The fingerprints that you have, they don't match the other person. Be you and be real. That's what I could remember. And also in same month, she came to attend my colloquium that I was hosting in adverts, and she really gave a really distinctive output about us being responsible to document our music the same way the first world, the European and the Americans, they are documenting their music. You know what I'm saying? So she even went on and on to give a depth that people like you, Masikela, they should be studied, they should be documented. Same way how Miles Davis has been documented. So if I say to you that if there was someone that I know, she's someone that I knew that they're on my side, that was Gloria Bosman. I knew, and also she was a writer. She wrote a 3-page article, about me and the work that I do in the a journal called Mbiza. People they might not know that last year she began her career in contributing in writing.
Yeah, there wasn't much that Gloria didn't do in her very short time, and the one thing about her, and I think that this is quite an important legacy to leave behind. She was never boxed. She transcended so many different genres. Whether we talk about jazz, African jazz, even rock. Then she sort of started out in the choir. Then she was recently appointed, which is even it's so sad. I mean, she was just appointed as a director for the board of directors of the South African Music Rights Organization, and I mean, she even used to play at Afrikaans music festivals. This is how she would transcend.
Yes, so she was so versatile, and she loved that. Remember, she comes from a classical background, and then she was introduced to jazz, and then she and then gospel music. So also her career was also going another direction, because indeed we were looking forward to her journey as a board member of SAMRO, and also she was appointed at the board at the National School of the Arts. So now I was so happy for her, because she's done so much. And I remember when we were doing a workshop, and I was with Selelo, the guitar player, and then he said, "You see me, when I play guitar, I play it uniquely. I don't play it like those guys." So he was pointing me as Selelo because he wanted to be unique. And when he started playing guitar, I was looking at how he plays guitar. It is so different, because she taught herself, and then she was like to me, "Billy, don't do that." So because she liked teasing me, she was like, "You want like your Buddha voice fingers? Don't do that. Look at my fingers like this, because if I can ask you to sing, you can't sing on my level, and I can't play guitar on my level.
Isn't that amazing? Oh, Billy, thank you. You know, I don't know what to say. I have no idea what to say, but her music will live on, her legend will live on. And I can tell you some of these tributes that I'm reading that are flooding social media. And I mean, even on my Facebook feed, the memories, the music, the person she was, the photographs, the lives she's touched, the stages she was on, they will live on. They really will. 50 is far too soon, but thank you for the music, Gloria. Let's leave it there. Billy Monama helping us pay tribute to renowned jazz singer Gloria Bosman, who passed away yesterday.